Dun, 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 dun. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh, guys, it is a hot, and I am talking about hot. It's beautiful out. I can't complain. It's amazing out, but it is extremely hot out. I think it's like 28, 29 right now, and I'm on like the 28th floor. We don't really have air conditioning. We don't have any air conditioning in the place. So it's just fans and windows open, and that is what we are getting. And yeah, it's tough, man. It's a difficult time. I'm wearing jorts, jean shorts right now. And dude, I'm sweating, you know? I'm sweating Sweating right through my underwear. It's disgusting. And the little studio that we like, where I have this like the podcast set up, it's not like an open area. It's definitely the hottest place in the apartment. Go figure. But whatever. Anyways, guys, today on the podcast we have another guest. His name is Steve. Now, Steve he's been on the podcast before. I had Steve on the podcast when, I just had an interview with him. An interview. That's exactly what it was. It was a goddamn interview, and that's not what this is. Today, Steve and I, we just talk about some random stuff. We do talk about some acting stuff, obviously. He is in the industry, but, majority we just talk about some random stuff, We talk about bums taking shits. We talk about just life busking, him riding a pony with his shirt open. Just kidding. That's not something we talked about. But anyways, guys, please help me welcome Steve. Just do a little test there. Nice.
Yeah. Coming to you live.
All right, my man. Steve in the house. Steve,
What
thanks
up?
for coming on, bro. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
I appreciate you coming on.
Pleasure.
So what's going on, man? What's new? You got your kombucha?
Got my kombucha.
We're just talking about that, actually.
I have to tell you, man. You know they cost like $4 or $5 a pop, and
That's $4.
I'm having like 2 a day, so that's like,
Why are you having 2 a
I don't know,
day?
rough. They're fucking addictive, man. I went from never wanting to be in the same room as a kombucha drinker to now I'm popping 2 a day. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm not going to be that guy that makes it because there's just such a horrible stereotype of kombucha people.
Yeah.
But it's like $300 a month, really worth my pride, I guess. So I'm probably going to make my own kombucha.
Shit.
Yeah.
How do you make your own? Actually, you know what? I know a guy. I was in LA a couple weeks ago. I knew a guy that he...
It's really pretty simple. I mean, I think the easiest way to do it, I haven't done it yet, but I know how because it's science. You get a big thing. You make tea in it, right? You
Right.
steep some tea.
Right.
Take the tea bag out, whatever tea you want.
Right.
And then I think you can make some fruit. Sugar. You need some sugar and then active SCOBY bacteria.
Okay. And you're fine.
And then you let it sit with a cloth on it for 5 to 7 days. And that ferments it, and then you add a bit of fruit juice on top of that and let it sit another 2 or 3 days.
Is the fruit juice just for like flavor? So it tastes...
No, it's also for the sugar too, because bacteria feeds off of sugar, and that's what makes it ferment. And
So what does it do to your body, though? Like, what is that, like...
Science, man. It's just, it's good for
I heard it's good for you, so I just took it.
It's good for your flora and your culture, and having fermented foods in your diet is like one of the highest recommended things for digestive health.
Right.
So, like pretty much since I don't really drink all that much, all I was having was like yogurt maybe every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to think of like
probiotic yogurt?
Yeah, I was having probiotic yogurt, and I take probiotic pills, but besides that, I wasn't really getting that much fermented food in my diet. So this is just a nice alternative.
This is it.
I've got a little off the deep end, man. I drank the Kool-Aid on this one. A little nuts on kombucha, man.
Hey, man, you're glowing, though. I mean, you look tanned. I guess you are like half...
Thanks,
You're half Arab, aren't you?
I sit in the sun for like 1 day and then...
Yeah, you motherfucker. You got that natural tan.
Yeah.
While the rest of us are getting skin cancer. Dude, I walked around like... I walked from like here... I went to the gym at like 4 yesterday, and I walked back, and it was like the sun was kind of not going down or whatever. But like one side of my arm got like red, and then the other side's still like really white, just because of the being a
It's
Caucasian
hot.
male.
And it's
dude.
also Canada. You get like the angle of the sun. You always get it like on one side really hard. You don't quite get it above you.
Yeah.
Down in further southern latitudes, you get a little more 3-dimensional tans.
Yeah.
Up here, you get like one side. So it's pretty funny. It's the same thing like if you drive a lot, you always get it from the
Right. You get
driver
the one.
window.
Yeah.
I've had some epic road trips, and then you get back and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna wear.
I
like
mean, you're really
one
dark
sleeve.
though. Like, are you full Arab? What are you? You're
sorry.
Lebanese or?
I'm half Lebanese,
Right.
half Texan.
Texan.
People always look at me. You mean American? No. I think we're pretty far back. I think any more Texan and you start getting into it like Apache Native Americans.
Right. It's just a little bit like
We're pretty OG Texas. So
your mom and dad have that hardcore accent.
my mom doesn't have a horribly Southern accent. I mean, she has a little bit maybe. My dad has a bit of an accent, a Lebanese accent. Nothing too noticeable. I mean, he's spoken English for most of his life, so he's pretty fluent.
Nice. Does he go back and visit every so often?
Yeah, we try to go as much as we can. We got all that side of the family. Both my brothers actually got married over there in the past 10 years, so
Shit.
we go back quite a bit.
Do you feel safe there?
Yeah, no, like I never go there and worry. Even when they're like, I mean, I lived there for about 2 years, and it was like, I mean, war was going on and shit. I remember, I swore once. Sorry, Mom. I remember I was in like grade 1 or 2, and I remember, like in retrospect, when I was there, it didn't really like bother me or anything. But I remember the glass on the classroom would shake. And it's because Israel was dropping bombs in southern Lebanon. Right. And it would shake the glass from like a mile away. And you think about that now, and I'm like, oh shit, wow, fuck, that's pretty intense. But at the time, you don't really feel. It always comes down to like you go into the wrong neighborhood in any country, even like Canada. You walk down some parts of Hastings at the wrong time, you're not really safe. And same thing over there. There's a lot more Hastings streets, if you know what I mean. Like, just don't go to that region. If you're like a ginger, big, tall, white ginger guy, maybe don't go.
Yeah, that's kind of like why
to that area.
I mean, like I said to you before, I have a lot of Lebanese friends from back home, and I remember I almost went with them once, like on a trip.
You should have.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, I don't know, man. There's definitely a part of me that's just a little bit like,
Fair enough, but here's the thing. If you're going by yourself, maybe that would be a different story. If you're going with someone that knows the region, Lebanon is very, I don't want to say westernized, but they're a lot more tolerant of a country, I think, than a lot of Middle Eastern countries.
Right.
I find. There's a huge party scene in Beirut.
Oh, dude, I heard. Yeah.
And it's crazy. You go to these beaches and there's bikinis everywhere. And
you've been?
Yeah, it's real fun, man. Like I love Lebanon. The food, the culture, the people. Some of the nicest people. But I mean, if you get in the wrong area at the wrong time, it's just no bueno, right? Same thing with you go to Mexico. Some places in Mexico are amazing. You go to some other places, not so much.
It's true. I guess it's the same thing, same approach, really.
Right.
Well, why
exactly.
does it have like? Why do I feel that way then about it? Like, what is it? Is it like the whole?
Well, okay, Lebanon has gone through civil war and just war in general.
Like recently, though.
Yeah, over the course of the past.
But like, if you think about it, man, Mexico's still like
parts of Mexico
dangerous, though.
Parts of Mexico, for sure.
Like
I
cartel
really,
and
exactly.
everything.
I wouldn't want to go to. And again, if I went, I have some Mexican friends. If I went with them to Mexico City, sure, no problem. I'd have no issue with it. But if I was by myself and I was like just backpacking around, there's some areas I would not want to go to.
Right.
So, just depends. You just got to be smart, man. But I do not like letting fear dictate where and what I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Often I think that it's just the wrong approach. So if I ever find myself afraid to do something or go somewhere, there's something internally inside of me that says, no, actually, that's what you should do. Like, it goes back to working out or basketball or studying. If I hated math, I worked on it because I hated it. And you make your weaknesses not your weaknesses anymore, and that's where you get to be better person, well-rounded. If everyone just concentrated on what they're good at or what they're comfortable with, what they feel safe with, there's not much growth there, right? Yes, you can grow, but there's a plateau that you're going to get to pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I try, as a rule of thumb, to do things that make me uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah.
It's weird, right? It's
Well,
interesting.
speaking of that, I mean, just recently, dude, I'm looking like, I don't know. I'm really starting to like comedy, I think.
Yeah, keep going.
You know, like I'm really starting to like comedy. And I mean, I'm sure you know me from those Instagram videos that I used to make, right? Some of those are just awful. But I don't know why. I've always been a little bit drawn to comedy. Not stand-up now. I know, like, being a comedian, a comic, is a lot different than, let's say, you know, being a comedic actor or improv.
Content, yeah.
But, I mean, for the last week, I'm just trying to understand the difference.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the fuck is the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the difference between them both? And I think that one carries on a show and it's very explosive. And, you know, you set up a joke, you finish with a joke or something. And then, like, improv comedy is kind of, like, you know, comedic acting. It's you know, Ryan, like, you have the whole, like, you have a, like, almost like people are carrying you around to the joke.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
It's like comedy is one of the hardest things. Like, as an actor, as a film lover, as a stand-up comedian lover, like, comedy is so much harder than anyone would give credit. It's funny that you say this because my girlfriend is actually doing her first stand-up bit June
Shut up, no way.
12th, June 12th at the Comedy Mix. And I'm going to
come too.
I'll post about it. But I'm going to try to do my own stand-up as well.
Same day?
No, because not anyone can just go, and I've never done it. But
yeah, dude,
I'm a little nervous about it. But
yeah, it's been just.
I've always just been fascinated at how do you make a set? It's very similar to doing a seminar, giving a speech. You have to first thing you do is you engage the audience. You ask them a question, or you just get them involved in it, and then it's the same thing with a set, right? You build it, and I'm just fascinated with building it and then wrapping in all the jokes into that final little punchline, and then you walk. I don't know. I'm fascinated by it.
Man. It's like I said, dude. It's a
different world.
It's a different world.
Comedy's hard, man, and like I think.
Well, comedy's hard. I think comedy is really hard to you and us, like me too. I think it's hard because we're not like, you know, I mean, I don't know how long you've been here, but I've been studying acting now for 3 years in Vancouver. Yeah. And I mean, just studying like really dramatic roles and like learning how to cry and like, you know, getting intense.
There's a lot more emphasis, especially in acting classes,
but I feel like that's
drama.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot more. And I feel like it's more of a safer route.
Yeah. Well, people think good actor, they think someone crying and like,
and then they're like, Oscar.
They never think of like I'm not saying Will
Jim Carrey.
Win they never associate that with being hard acting. Well, because I think a lot of times it's situational comedy. So I always try to envision things in my mind sometimes when I'm watching a comedy show or like Seinfeld or something like that. If you take out the laugh track, or if you isolate this one specific little dialogue or scene, is it funny? Like, does it still hold up? I mean, I know that's not the best marker for comedy, but it's very interesting. If you take out the laugh track on like almost every single 90s sitcom, and like they say like, well, those are my bagels. It's not funny. Fuck, that's not funny, man. And there's like some subliminal thing going on when you hear a laugh track, you want to laugh too, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's just something. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. You can YouTube sitcoms without the laugh track and like just watch a scene, and it's the funniest thing, man. It's not funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, dude, it's like it's crazy, man. And I guess I've just been like following along with like Joe Rogan and like a few, and you know that he has like a little clan that he has and stuff.
Yeah,
and
he has a lot of comedians on there, right?
He has a lot of comedians and stuff. And he has a lot of comedy stuff. And I mean, I've watched some of his stand up, and I'm just like, holy fuck! Like this is the guy that I listen to. Like it's a completely different person, and I think that's really cool.
Do you like his stand up?
I think he's
1 out of 5.
Really, 1 out of 5.
No.
1 out of 5.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, I'd say 2.5, maybe 3.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'd give him.
He's funny, man. Don't be wrong. Like and some of the stuff that he says is actually like, I think he makes points in his.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's a smart comic, man. He's a smart dude, right?
Absolutely.
But you know, like Dane Cook or like
Epics.
Chris Rock or something like that, man. Like there's Dave Chappelle. Like they're so funny, man. And I remember I just did this. I did a Timberland commercial just recently, and there's just like the directors were like people from LA and stuff, and we were in this like massive Escalade, and they turned on Dave Chappelle the whole way. It was like an hour to set, hour back, and they were listening to Dave Chappelle and just laughing their asses off. And I was just like, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
Like, that's so cool, man.
Sometimes. Some of my favorite road trips have been when I've had a burnt CD of a comedian's stand up, and it can be pretty entertaining, man. You know, you just listen, you just like get completely wrapped up in the jokes. So
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. If I had to choose, well, that's what I don't know, man. I'm coming to that crossing road right now. Like, I'm 26 years old, and they say like 26, 27, you kind of figure out. You don't figure out what you want to do or anything. Like you're always trying to figure that out, but you kind of have like a realization. Mm-hmm. You know, the human body kind of has this like realization or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking saying what I read off Google or or heard on something podcast or something. But like, I'm 26 now, and I'm starting to find that. You know, I mean, I can show you a couple of demo reels myself. You know, really good scenes of me crying and getting intense and stuff, and I know I can act these certain things. And you know, I'm not saying that if I like continue to do this in Vancouver, that like, you know, maybe I will blow up doing really serious acting, but I think deep down inside, I don't want to. And I think that's why I'm not letting myself like really go hard at that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, why am I not going on like certain, you know, like we have this thing called Vancouver Actors Guide for everyone listening. It's something in Vancouver that we have. And they basically post like all auditions and stuff that, you know, like students or just like low budget films, indie films, post on there. And like, I ask myself, like, why am I not applying to these auditions? Yeah. Why am I so attracted to going to the comedy mix and watching some stand up? Yeah. Why am I so interested in like, looking up like Key and Peele skits?
Oh, they're my favorite, man.
You know what I mean? Like there's something about I think improv comedy, that I'm really drawn to.
Sketch comedy, man. Sketch comedy, I think is some of my favorite. Key and Peele, hands down, is probably my favorite sketch comedy ever.
Really? Yeah, they're really good, man.
No, you know, I think just laws of inertia, people tend to gravitate, whether they know it or not, towards what they want to do. And that's why you get older and you get better at doing what you want to do. And it's weird, you don't really think about it, but with every single year that goes by, you get a lot, you know, when you're younger, when you're like 20 years old, you want to do this, you want to do that. Sure, I'll do this, I'll do that. And then you're like, oh wait, I don't like doing that. So the older you get, you realize what you don't like doing and what you like doing, and so you end up subconsciously gravitating towards what you like doing, unless you're just really hard-headed or stuck in like a
and there's people like that, though.
And that's fine. It's just shitty for them because
that is shitty, man. That is a shitty like.
Oh, well, I can see how it easily happens, and I get it, man. It's just it sucks, man. It just sucks. It does suck. I think you should always try to gravitate towards.
Well, I mean,
what you want to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I was like that for a couple of years. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I think I was like,
just keep going.
Just keep going, dude.
It's going to keep going. Like,
just do what you want to do, really. Yeah. Just do what you love.
I don't like people that stop growing in life. I like it. You have a great view, by the way.
What a view, right? So good. Everyone watching this right now, this is all natural light hitting us. It's a beautiful day, though, hey? You know what I like about this city? I remember I was in LA in like a building like this, and it's like, I mean, if you look out there, it's like smog.
Yeah, just nothing.
It's smog. Here, it's just clean.
I love Vancouver. God, I love Vancouver.
I love it too. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't look that clean over there. But I think that's just like
no. It's just,
I think it's just like heat richicheting off the metal or something.
I'm all right with, man. I can see snow-capped mountains. I can see the ocean. I'm fine.
Dude, I was I don't know if you've ever punched a homeless person before. Because for everyone listening to this right now, we do have a few homeless people in our city, and like I love. Actually, you know what? Some of them, like I love them. Like they're actually like great. They're harmless. A lot of them have dogs,
this is a great segue. Keep going.
They take care of their dogs. But dude, this one homeless guy, I was walking down and jumped out and scared me, man. And I was like he was like, wow, and I was like, whoa. Like I didn't know what to do, man. And I almost wish I just like was like a I wish one of my like was just like a punch. You know what I mean? Like whoa, and like hit him.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like there. I was like whoa, and I was like, should I still hit him though? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just for good measure.
Yeah. Just but dude,
don't scare people, man.
Oh man, like you never know, man. Some of them, like you never know. Like I mean, they could be having a bad day, right? And then they just fucking
it's hard, man.
Inject a needle in your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of it's not homeless people that get me, it's crackheads.
Right. Yeah.
Bless their souls. I know they're going through a lot.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're not going to jab a needle in me just because they're seeing dragons.
Yeah.
So
Although,
you know,
yeah, they're going to jab a needle right in here.
Just got to stay on.
You
guard.
gotta be careful,
It's
man.
the same thing. Like, let's go to Lebanon, man. Just don't go down certain alleys.
Yeah, I know. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, you live in an interesting part. Like just a couple blocks that way.
Couple blocks that way, and it's homeless city.
It's crack city, man.
Yeah.
So,
Whereabouts do you live in?
I'm.
You're right next to the Equinox.
No, I'm Sunset
Right.
Beach.
Right.
Yeah, sounds nice. Sunset Beach.
It does sound nice. It is nice.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. Even better view than this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like south facing. My apartment's south facing, and I get I get the sunsets and all that. So
dude,
it's pretty good.
You know what I've been doing lately? I don't know what this is, but like I'll have like coffee in the morning, whatever.
Yeah.
And like the first person I speak to in the morning,
Yeah.
it's a stutterfest.
Oh, it's horrible.
No, but like mine's like it's.
I'm useless until about a little after that. Like by the end of this podcast, I think I'll be fine. But like, just don't try to talk to me. Like if people send me I can't tell you how many people in the past couple months have sent me a text before Steven wakes up.
Right.
And I'll read it, and then I'll just and I'll completely forget, and they'll be like, "Dude, did you not get my text?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about? Your text, man?"
Yeah.
And then I'll look, and I was like, "Oh yeah, now
Dude,
I thought that was a dream."
I'm notorious for not replying to texts,
Horrible.
man. It's such a.
I thought I didn't reply to yours this morning. Like,
No, yeah, you got me. I get to.
Yeah.
Were you sleeping when you sent me like an emoji? I was
or
like, yeah,
I wasn't asleep. I was just.
he's getting up.
I was in Steven land. And
Yeah,
I was
dude.
Like, yeah, man.
You get up late though.
Yeah, I have been. I've been going to sleep pretty late too.
What time do you go to bed?
Like 1, 2, 3,
4,
4, 5, 6.
No,
7, 8,
5.
9. No,
Not
it's
5.
like, it's like 1 or 2. I try.
That's not that
try.
late.
I've been trying to go to bed at like 10, but that just doesn't work.
No.
Let's be realistic.
Are you still smoking the J before you go to bed?
Yeah, when I need to.
Why did I say smoking the J?
Smoking the day. You still doing the marijuana?
You still doing the?
You doing the pot?
Smoking the J?
Are you injecting the pot, man? Are you?
Why am I saying like a weirdo?
Like, really, man, it helps so much with nausea and sleep and stress at the end of the day. It really does.
Be honest, when you like do it, do you like just binge YouTube for a little bit?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at doing it in a. What's the word? I'll eat dinner. I'll kind of get everything going. You know, shower if I need to, or just kind of get
everything out of the way because you know you're not moving.
Get the business done.
Yeah.
And then if I'm going to watch a movie or just kind of read book, coast for the end of the evening, then I'll do a little tiny bit. And I really don't do much at all, just enough to keep everything down, kind of.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't read. Joe Rogan did an interview with a sleep neuroscientist.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I listened to that.
Man. They were talking about how marijuana inhibits or slows down, or I don't remember what it was.
Were you choked?
The REM sleep, it just makes it so it's harder to get there and you don't have it for that long. So now I'm rethinking my stance on marijuana. At least just for sleep aids. It's just, maybe not the best.
Do you feel like you're... Well, maybe that's why you're waking up so... Do you wake up groggy at all?
Sometimes, really, man.
Yeah.
I have been plagued most of my life with poor sleep, which is an indicator of bad health and not a long life. So I'm trying to fix that. But, there's just good days and bad days. Sometimes I jump out of bed. I'm like, I'm going to go walk or something. I don't know, whatever people do in the morning. And
but most days you're waking up a little bit.
Most days. It's been hard for me lately just being sick, but
And you live with your girlfriend too, right?
No. We live separate. We like pop back and forth from each other's apartments. We live 2 blocks
That's
away.
the best way to do it.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, half the time we're sleeping together. Other time just depends.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, sleep's so important. That podcast, like, it really opened. Like, sometimes I'll wake up and it's like 6. Like, normally because I usually get up at like 6.
Yeah.
6:30, 7.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, so I'll get up at that time.
Is there a reason?
No, man. No alarm, nothing. I just wake up. I'm like, woohoo!
Damn.
Well, dude, this place when it's like sun is on it though, it's like, so everyone listening to this, we have legit just windows all across the apartment, and
That's beautiful, man.
It's nice, man. But like in the summertime or like when it's really hot out, it's like sun's beaming through here. The apartment gets really hot.
Yeah, you just want to get out.
Oh, you just
walk.
get up, dude. Like I need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
But I like it, man, because like come 9:30, you know, in the coffee shop and doing some work and stuff, which is really, you know what, dude? What the hell is wrong with coffee shops and bathrooms? I don't know. They're so weird about that stuff. It's like the weirdest thing. It's like, look, I have my coffee, and this is what's so annoying, man. I wish I could like get up in the morning and just pee and shit. I wish I can get up in the morning and pee and shit right away. Just get it out of the way and then I can go. Yeah. But no, of course not. It's not till halfway through my coffee that I got to take this massive shit.
Yeah.
And it's just the lineup at Starbucks or whatever coffee shop I'm at.
It's the caffeine. Caffeine's
stimulus. Oh, no. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I get why. I wonder why coffee is making me shit. But it's just, man, the lineup, and you got to wait, and you got to pick up your laptop and your jacket. You got to put it in like your it's just a whole ordeal,
I'm
dude.
so tempted to do, and I've joked about this for a long time with my family and my brothers and all that. You know what Soylent is? Soylent.
No.
Some guy, I forgot his name. Genius of a man. It's basically, you know what Ensure is, or Boost, or like those meal replacement drinks. Yeah. It's like that on crack and steroids. It's every nutrient that your body needs. I think it has like fiber, it has carbs, protein, vitamins, everything that your body needs in a liquid form. It's like this, I think it's soy-based, obviously Soylent, and it's just this liquid. I actually haven't had it, but I think it's pretty much like the consistency of Ensure. Anyway, so like you could just live off that, right, forever. So I've always wanted to get like a camel pack, like, you know, like with the intense hikers or marathon runners use. Fill it full of Soylent, wear a diaper, and then just like, I don't have to eat, I don't have to go to the bathroom. There's like 10 hours out of my day.
You're saving a lot of time.
That's just good. And I could just go wherever I want, do whatever I want. Now it's like, no, I'm good. I got this.
That's fucking sweet.
That's it.
Long, if you're going on a beach,
do whatever you want,
dude.
Do whatever you want, man. You're good. Change your diaper once a day.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
Speaking of diapers.
Speaking of, yeah. But yeah, man, that's the move, dude. Like, I mean, if you're just like walking to, diapers, for example, if you're walking to the beach, though, think about it. If you're walking to the beach and like you're like 20 minutes out of the fucking, you're 20 minutes away from home, and like, you know, there's no coffee shops really around you, and you gotta, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Diaper, man. Diaper.
Fucking take a shit in your diaper.
Just diaper. Diapers and Soylent. I like it, man. I like it. It's the way of the future.
I like it.
It's not AI. It's not artificial intelligence or anything.
We can make it happen.
Soylent
right
diapers. Now. Yeah. Let's start a business, man.
I'm into it, dude.
We'll like give you packages. Soylent diapers.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Awesome.
But this conversation's getting wild. Yeah. But no, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to go to the bathroom, you know, and you're downtown, like, you got to really go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have this.
Strategic, man. You got to be just Starbucks, even though they have horrible lineups, they're usually a good go-to. If you see a Starbucks, like I was in New York, and just walking all day, every day, just walk. My brother lived in Brooklyn, but I was walking all through Manhattan, and it's like, when you got to go. And I just look for that big green Starbucks sign as like a golden beacon, and I head straight for it. Sure as rain, man. Like, usually have a bathroom. You might have to wait a little, but it's you know.
I know, but you got to buy something every time.
No, you don't.
You got it though, out of courtesy.
No, fuck that. They make well enough money that I don't feel guilty for flushing their toilet once.
That is true. Well, and you're just toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like the alternative is like Do I be a good person and pay Starbucks more money? Or do I do my human necessities?
Yeah.
You know, it just...
Right.
For me, it's a no-brainer. Just
take a shit.
Just poop, man.
Yeah, just go, dude.
Everyone poops. Just gotta poop.
Yeah, I mean, it's... you know what? That is obviously the better approach. I mean, you go down alleys here, and I'm talking about every alley. It just smells like piss.
There's an alley right outside my apartment, and we walked out, and there was like a... We knew exactly whose it was, because there's this like 7-foot homeless man that we call Rooster. Long story. He was asking for like Rooster cigarettes. I was like, "Give me those Roosters."
Oh, that's funny.
All he does is scratch and saves all day.
Yeah.
And like all the local restaurants and stores come. They like drop him off candy and food and all that. And his diet consists of like chips and just. He's right outside of Mac's, and so sure enough, we walked out in this alley, and there's this like 7-foot person turd.
7-foot turd.
Imagine if you're 7 feet, just a big man, and all you eat is like corn chips or whatever he eats all day.
So how?
It's just
Yeah. All right.
imagine it.
We're all imagining it.
There it is, and that was it. So we knew like right away, and like we've seen him like walk into the alley many times to do his business, and. Yeah, we parked the car in the alley once, and we stepped out, and we almost stepped right in, and it was like, Rooster's been here.
Rooster, you got to stop shit in my alley, bro.
He has, I don't know if it's Tourette's, schizophrenia, something like that, but he'll start yelling at you.
He saw it yelling and just shitting?
Just yell. I mean, he's a nice guy, but he'll just start yelling at you for no reason. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Good morning to you too, Rooster.
Yeah.
How's your scratch and save?
Me and Joy, when we were moving out, we just didn't want to like move everything like into a truck because we didn't want all this stuff because this place came completely furnished.
Yeah.
So we had a couch in the alley. Yeah. And we were out one night, like just late, just getting a couple of drinks, and we were coming back, and we walked by our alley, and I'm not even kidding you, bro. There was a homeless person shitting.
I don't care. You can say bum. Cracky.
Shitting on the couch. Like
on your couch.
Shitting. He took a shit on my couch, dude. I was like, what? Like, imagine walking by the alley and we're just like, oh, yo, there's our what the fuck? That guy's taking a shit on our couch.
I've always been worried about like walking by like couches or mattresses in the alley and like bed bugs. But shit, that's a new one.
Dude. Don't ever even go, like, don't be picking up beds.
Nope.
You know?
I'm not in the habit of picking
I almost did when I first moved here. I was like, man, it's a perfectly good bed.
Great mattress. Look at that. No stains.
Looks great.
No.
Yeah, dude. You never know. A bum could have just shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's... I know. It's
Remind me not to sit on your furniture.
It's a wild thing.
I'm not sitting on your couch ever, man.
There's like 3 homeless people I think we have in the city that are pretty well known. I'm going to see if you know them. Spoons, yeah.
God, Spoons.
He's awesome.
Spoons is great, man. Rooster should be, but I know he's not.
No, I don't know who Rooster is. There's that guy that holds up the sign that says smile. What's it say?
It's his birthday every day of the week.
Yeah, right.
And it's always been his like 59th birthday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, he's not very nice.
What's his sign say though? Smile if you like to masturbate?
Yeah,
something like that. And you look at it and you can't like not smile.
Yeah.
And then he comes up to you and you're like, wasn't that funny? And then you keep walking.
There's another guy on, I haven't seen him in a while, but he usually does the Granville route. He's on rollerblades and he has a little guitar in a backpack and he plays Bob Marley songs. And I'm like, I'm all for that. I'm going to sound horrible. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but whatever.
Say it.
If you're homeless, I'm much more inclined to offer you assistance if you are doing anything. Carve a rock with another rock or slap 2 spoons together.
Yeah, that is the move.
Not a big fan. I can't say that. Sounds horrible. I just don't like when they have
sound horrible
signs. Be a little creative at least.
Clap
your hands together.
Dude, Tony Robbins did a bit on that. He's like, you have all day. He's like, you have all day. And
some of them have phones.
Like, you have your entire day, and the best you can come up with is
sign. Yeah.
That's some change.
Do
you know that guy with the white hair I'm talking about? Do you know that guy with the white hair I'm talking about? And he literally just goes, he's like, change.
Yeah.
Change. Like, bro, get some, come on.
Snap your fingers.
Ask
man. Honestly,
nicely or something.
Even if you're just like, can I get some change?
Yeah, like, are you? I don't think.
Change?
Are you even
like,
homeless?
oh, okay. At least
I feel like he just like slams a Red Bull, like change.
Yeah.
Change.
At least like get a shtick, man. Get a shtick.
Yeah.
Snap your fingers. Get some spoons. Get 2 pieces of wood. I don't really care. It's just
do something, dude.
do something. I don't think I've ever given money to a homeless person that just had a sign. I don't think so. Maybe I have. I don't know.
When I first moved here, I was handing out cash all the time. I didn't know.
My mom. Oh
yeah.
She'll do it all the time. She's
Yeah.
like, this poor young boy. I was like, Mom, I saw that guy just shooting up 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Don't give the guy, give him food if anything.
Yeah.
But like I call her a country mouse. My family comes from the country. They come out here in the big city and they see, all these people. I'll help them.
Yeah.
Mom, come on.
That's your mom.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Moms have good hearts. That's what they do.
Yeah.
But I think that's what a lot of like homeless people, like they live off of, right? It's just like the tourism and like all that stuff here. And then they probably make good cash, man.
Yeah. I think you can. There's some, I don't know if it was in this city, and this was a while ago, but there was someone that posed as a homeless person for X amount of time, I don't know, and they saw like, what is your revenue like?
Right.
And it was something that was better than like a Starbucks gig or a McDonald's gig.
Oh, dude, for sure. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I think because there's this guy that I used to work at this restaurant called the Italian Kitchen, which was right by my house.
Oh, I've had that.
It's really good. Yeah. I didn't last long there. But there's this guy, this homeless guy. He has a dog and he plays the violin. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, and the dog goes to sleep all the time.
Yeah.
He plays beautifully.
Okay, so he's amazing, and you want to just be like, dude, you're amazing.
Yeah.
But you talk to him.
American Idol.
I've talked to him a few times, and he's told me to fuck off many times. He's like, fuck off.
It almost makes me like him better.
Really?
In a weird way.
Yeah,
It's
me
like,
too a little bit, actually.
Fuck off. I'm just going to play my violin with my dog.
So-
Just me and my dog.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I don't want to talk to you.
I think he makes a lot of money, and I actually think that he's so good that the
He's pretty
people that
fucking
own those restaurants in that area,
Yeah.
I think they pay him to play
I could see that.
because he stays there, stays in that spot, or I don't know, maybe not,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. I wanted to, when I first moved here, I was really into music, playing music, making music. And there's some really, really, really good artists, street artists, buskers and whatnot. And I wanted to make an album where
What is busker? What does that mean?
a busker is just someone that plays music on the street. For they have their hat out for change. And
That's called a busker?
That's busking. Yeah.
Busking. Okay, cool.
And you're a busker if you busk.
Oh.
And so I wanted to go around because I was just enamored with all these amazing buskers and all this like great music. Some of them beatbox and they loop it, and then they rap on top of that, and that's amazing. Oh my God, that's so cool. And then the violin guy, and then there's a guy playing guitar and like screaming his lungs out, but he sounds just so raw and epic. And so what I wanted to do was go around to each busker, or just give them one song and ask their permission and all that. Take a picture of them,
Right.
write a little tiny bio.
Right.
Just this guy's name is this. He came from blah, blah, blah. Just like one page, record one song, and then make an album, and kind of like not a photo album, but like an interactive album that with picture of the person, little write up, and then the song that they play, and then have an entire album, 13, 14 songs of all the buskers, just one song each. Never did it, but
That's
that
cool, though,
would've been
man.
Would have been cool, right?
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, because there's some really raw, amazing music.
There's a bigger lady that plays. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's her name?
She's really good.
Yeah.
She got called out by Cole Sprouse.
Did she? She used to play on my street corner every.
Yeah, I remember
day.
Cole Sprouse.
Babe Cole.
What's her
Babe
name?
Cole. Babe Cole. She plays guitar and she sings like.
And she has that
Louis
manager?
Yeah, Louis Armstrong. She plays "Summertime."
Yeah, I don't know. She plays a bunch of songs. I'd love to. You know what? I'd actually love to have her on the podcast.
Babe Cole. Yeah, look her up. She has an album.
So that's a bust. She's busking.
She busks.
She does.
I'm sure she plays live shows. She's very good. Very
She's so
professional.
talented. So talented.
I'm 90% sure she'll play at like what's the one here in Gastown? It's one of my favorite live music venues. If you've never been to it, you should. It's right below what used to be Chill Winston's. I think live music every day. It's
Okay,
amazing.
cool.
Or every night.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of blues. They do a lot of jazz.
Every
They
night?
do- Every night.
That's intense.
You walk down the so like you know where Chill Winston's was?
Yeah.
So right there in the main square in
Yeah.
Gastown. And then you walk down on the left-hand side. There's a little stairwell you walk down. And then it's pay what you want.
Dope, dude. That's
And you
crazy.
It's really hot in there. So,
Yeah.
forewarning.
it's
Didn't
like,
wear a jacket.
I wonder how much these buskers make.
I don't know, but
Like,
I don't think they're doing it for the money, man.
No, yeah, I know,
There's
for
no
sure.
way.
Yeah, there's no way. Because I know that girl, like, I mean, ever since I've moved here, I've been seeing her on the streets, and she's been playing her music, and then she has that, like, manager that sits in the corner and stuff, and I remember I took a video once, just, like, of her, like, just whatever, just, like, I thought she was amazing, which is, looking at it now, it's kind of rude, just taking a video, but, like, I don't know, it's great publicity for her, right?
I've always wondered, like, at the faux pas or not of videotaping a busker street performer.
Yeah.
And most of them, like in New York, if you didn't, you were weird. Like if you weren't videotaping a street performer, everyone was doing it.
And like as a busker, you should want it though. Because it's just publicity.
Exactly. I mean, but I don't know how you're gonna imagine that you're not gonna get your stuff out there.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, so I did it, and then her manager, which is this like guy in the corner, like he sits in this corner. He's kind of I don't know. He's like an odd, strange looking man. He came up to me just like, he's like, "What do you plan on doing with that?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Just put on my story or whatever." And
remix it and sell it.
Yeah, I was going to remix it and sell it, dude. What do you think I was going to do with it? Jesus.
Yeah.
I was going to put it on Pirates Bay.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Kazaa. LimeWire.
Yeah. LimeWire. Yeah. Frostbite or something. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Like, what am I going to do? Spotify destroyed all that stuff.
Yeah. No. So she used to play. So when I was studying for school, every afternoon she used to play, and just all her songs would like float up to me in my apartment building, and it was amazing background music, man.
Yeah.
Because she can sing and she's soulful and Babe Cole.
We're really pumping up her tires here.
Oh my God. You need to get her on here, man.
People are going to check her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have to really, really love that.
Yeah.
Though. Like you really have to love performing music to be like on the streets.
It's fun, man.
You play guitar, don't you?
Yeah, I've busted a little.
What?
Just for shits and giggles. The latest time, so I was walking on the beach. I think this was late.
Were you on a pony?
I should have been.
Was your shirt open and it blowing?
Yeah, my hair flowing. No, I was just walking on the beach. I had my guitar. I was just kind of walking around as I do. I usually go try to find a nice isolated spot to just go play and just mess around with. And I didn't have a pick, and I just had my guitar. I was just walking, and I walked by this busker on English Bay, or right next to it, and he's going away on the guitar, and he's playing some like raunchy blues, and I'm into that kind of stuff. And so I sat and I watched him for a little bit, and then I think I gave him like a toonie or something like that, all I had in my pocket. And then he looks at me, he's like, "Hey, my hands are kind of tired. Do you want to take over?" He's like, "Yeah, come on, man, just sit down."
And this we were talking about before, just stepping out of that zone.
It just happened, and I was like, "Oh, all right." And so I sat down, and he like went and like did a little yoga routine like in front of me as I'm saying like, "Oh, whatever." There's a microphone and an amp, so I just started riffing some blues stuff, and then a lady comes up, gives me a $20 bill. I gave it to the guy, but it was just like within 2 minutes of me playing, she comes like gives me a $20 bill, and the guy's like gives me a thumbs up. But it's fun, man. It's addicting, and whenever you get like just 2 or 3 people just sitting there, they stop and they watch, and they're enjoying it. I don't know. There's a weird feeling you get from that where you can see where it's addicting. Right?
I think I can't relate to busking at all, but I used to do like magic tricks for people on the street.
Same idea.
And I loved it, man. I love when they would just be like blown away.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Because you put a smile on their face or some shit.
Smile. That's why I've always been drawn to arts and acting, and you always want to help people, and it's hard to quantify how artists help people.
Right.
And it's in those small little ways where you're able to make that connection, like we're human, you're human. It's hard to quantify, right? Hard to put into words. But you make that connection. For a brief moment, you help them better understand a situation in their life, or just enjoy a moment more. It's hard to talk to people about what music means to you or what a certain song means to you. It just means it, right? You're sitting there and you listen to a song, the sun's setting, and then you just get those chills. It's just, I don't know, being able to give that to someone even for a brief moment. It's addicting. It's great. And yeah.
Yeah, there is something about that for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why we're in the industry.
Yeah, you may not be a doctor saving lives that way, but I don't want to say it's not any less important, but arts, man. The arts help us understand our place in this world.
Yeah, they do, man.
What's the point in just surviving if you don't feel it?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And that like kind of like I guess brings me to like this thing that I was thinking about where it's like, you know, why do like a lot of A-list celebrities? I don't want to get like mean to get deep on this subject already, but like why do like a lot of A-list celebrities like take a dive? You know, they've made it so far in their career and stuff, and they're like so established, but it's like they're on a crazy binge and doing drugs, or they're committing suicide or something like that. And I think there's something about trying to get to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a journey or something. There's something about trying to get from like a position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
well, like when you get there, I don't know, an idle mind is never good. So I think a lot of celebrities get a certain level of success, and if they don't keep setting the bar higher, they kind of plateau and they don't grow anymore. They don't strive for more. And then they lose touch with reality. Like, you know, being ultra celebrity, you can't go out and talk to people. And then, you know, for a year, okay, I get it. But if you do that your whole life, I can imagine it's weird.
It is weird.
Weird,
yeah,
subliminal psychological impact on your brain health. And you just lose touch on what's real. And so you're not able to associate with normal people. Because you're not normal. And like you have there's no reference points between you and this other person that you guys can like have common ground on, because nothing you do is common at this point. No interaction you ever have with a human for the past 10 years is normal. So how could you be expected to, you know, that's why I think a lot of big bands can't put out a new album and make it good, just because they reach that success. They've lived the high life. They've lost touch of what's real to 90% of the population. Garbage, man.
Yeah, you gotta have a destination. You gotta have like a goal in mind. I think no matter how successful or, you know what I mean, like where you go, man, you have to have like something there has to be something that you're trying to go for. And I always talk to Joey about this. I'm like, dude, enjoy the struggle now.
It's the process.
Enjoy the process,
struggle,
you know,
man. The
because
struggle this is what we're here for. It's
like,
a struggle.
you know, I mean, I was just talking to you about this too, like just like how I figured out that I wanted to get into comedy and stuff, like these little realizations and stuff.
You're going to get into comedy, and then you're like, well, this kind of comedy, or maybe not comedy. You know, you're going to keep going. Matthew McConaughey, he's the most quotable person. I love him, but he did a talk at Stanford. I don't remember where. He did a big, huge interview with a lot of acting students.
Yeah.
And I think you've said it a couple times, but he was talking about his idols, and his idols growing up was him in 5 or 10 years.
Yeah. No, that was it was his Oscar win.
Was that what it is?
Yeah.
And then 10 years after that, and then 10 years after that. And so you're always striving for something better. You're always chasing the unobtainable or obtainable, but you're never going to really get there, because as soon as you get there, you're still going for something else. And I think that's the only way to live.
It is the only way to live.
Passion or what you have going on in your life is always keep struggling, keep pushing.
Yeah, like I bet you right now, if you were the biggest movie star like tomorrow in the world, you'd be so fucking pumped.
Absolutely, but if you don't find something else.
But I think by a year later, with all this money and all this success and fame that you were to have, I think in 1 year's time or 2 years' time, you'd be like, all right, well, what's next? Like, what's more? Like, I need more in life, though.
What's next? It's always what's next.
What's next?
A human species, or just pretty much any species, did not evolve to not necessarily get success, but you get success and you just don't stop there, right?
Yeah.
We were made to adapt. I think that's one of humankind's best traits, is our adaptability. Got to keep adapting, right?
Yeah.
People live in some of the worst war-torn countries, Syria and all that, with little to no food, little to no water, but they adapt, right? Humankind adapts to that. And to the other side of the spectrum, they adapt to the high, lavish life. You know, there's not much that humans can adapt to, whether we build our tools or... I had a biology teacher tell a weird story about adaptability and how it's humankind's best traits. It's not our opposable thumbs or anything like that. It's adaptability. And he gave the weirdest example, but for some reason I always remember it. If you are a plumber or you work in sewers, You go down into a sewer and it smells like shit
Right.
for about 10 minutes. And then your nose and your brain adapt to the smell, and they dampen the smell to where you can kind of deal with it, right?
Right.
It's dealable. But then you go out and then you come back in and then there it is again, right? But it's always being able to adapt. And that's a weird way of putting it, but shit. You adapt to shit, right?
Yeah.
You adapt to the smell of shit. Whales do that where they adapt to loud noises in water, like ship noises and all that, motors and all that, where they dampen their senses and all that. Otherwise,
Well, we probably adapt to like so many things that we're not even aware of this stuff, right? Like why? Like, I don't know. Maybe I've adapted to this like way of that I need to have a voice out there, and I think that I need to have like this voice out there. Maybe it's like subconsciously. That's why I started this podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do I really enjoy podcasting, or did I adapt to that feeling that I think that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like...
That's one thing I love about acting is it always forces you to ask those questions to yourself, not to anyone else, right? I don't care who listens to it, but I think it's always important, no matter who you are, to be asking those questions to yourself. Is like, why? Why am I doing this? What? Yes, I know what my goal is, but why is that my goal?
Right.
Always asking yourself those questions, keeping yourself in check. Whether you know the answer or not is not the point.
Right.
I think it's asking those questions, because when you're trying to come up with the answer, then you have some kind of, not resolution, but you see a little bit more into your own mind. And I think you need to conquer your own mind if you want to conquer anything in this life. So constantly asking questions, whether they're answered or not, I think is a great way for us to move forward, grow, and adapt.
Yeah, and I think it's important not to get like stuck on some questions, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's being okay with not knowing.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're not going to come up with an answer.
Right.
You're just asking to ask.
Yeah.
Right? It's weird, but the journey, not the destination, etc.
This podcast got really... We started off by talking about bums and shits and rooster, and now we're talking about fucking
on a couch.
Success. Yeah, man. By the way, how is the industry going for you? Are you booking lots? Because I know you said you're the full-time actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I only have two friends that are full-time actors.
Shane.
And you. And how's it going?
Well, I'm supposed to go to dinner with... Well, no, not tonight. Never mind. We canceled.
So. Who's this?
Shane.
Shane. Okay.
Yeah. We have a long-standing dinner date that has been canceled by me. Yes.
Why?
I'm just a flake.
You fucker.
You're
smoking too much dope.
Honest. No, I'm a flake, man. I don't even like the only good friends I've had for long periods of time. I'll have good friends here and there, but very quick they get frustrated with me, and I understand why. I wouldn't necessarily want to be my friend too sometimes, but Landon, one of my best friends, the reason I think him and I get along so well is he gets it. He's like, well, it's not necessarily that I'm a flake. It's just like he doesn't go out that much. He's he'll pop in and then he'll pop out. I'm a bag in the wind blowing around, right?
Are you an introvert?
Kind of. I'm an introvert that is very adept at socializing.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. I youngest of 4 kids, so I mean, like, it was an interesting life growing up, but I don't know, after a certain point, I just didn't want to hang out with people, or I didn't necessarily want to go out, and like party scene wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
Even though I did it quite a bit, I just never really wanted to do it all the time. I was more interested in the human interaction and figuring out like the psychology behind it. And so I read a lot on just all that kind of stuff. I always tried to do speeches or give talks or anything like that, just because I was just really interested in that engagement. And I think that's kind of what drew me towards acting at the very beginning. I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I can like turn it on. It might make me
so did you think
sociopathic.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you think that's like why you got like acting as well? Because it kind of it forces you to be, because you do need to work. It
forces me to not be as sociopathic and be a lot more, I think, empathic in the way I do things and handle myself. It forces me to be honest with my actual feelings, whether they're justified, whether they're not justified, whether they're a normal way of going about something or not. It really, really forces you to delve into your way of thinking and your emotions and all that. And it's really interesting, man. So I really liked that process. It was something that I never really pictured, or I never really thought I would gain from acting. I thought acting would be great and fun. And there's a lot of things about acting I loved from the get-go. But then the more I did it, the more the therapeutic benefits kind of came out. It's like you're going to classes and they're basically group therapy, right? You're going in there and you have to play a scene where your daughter dies. Well, I don't have a daughter and she never died. So what's the closest thing to that situation? So you have to think about like the saddest point, someone dying that's really close to you. You don't really want to do that on a day-to-day basis, but it forces you to dredge up all these like emotions or
Right.
memories that you've subconsciously locked
Suppressed.
down.
Right.
So it makes you bring it up, and for a time it's really painful and it sucks. But after that's kind of subsided, you understand it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're able to cope with the grief and kind of move past some things that you never thought you had
Totally.
stored away.
Yeah. So wait, sorry to go back to that question.
Yeah,
then,
no,
right?
go ahead.
So you're not working right now?
Well, Zach, no, I'm not working on anything right now. I had this podcast today. That was about it.
Yeah.
Then the comedy thing. I'm still trying to get my voice acting up and going. It's a tough industry.
How do you find the whole commercials right now? 'Cause that was your bread and butter, right?
Yeah, I went to, I don't know, a dozen or two this past month.
Yeah.
No callbacks yet, but that's...
Dude, I haven't had an audition in a month.
It sucks, man.
A mo-
It's the
dude, a
doldrums. It
month,
sucks. But you got this going, right? So
I mean, this is cool, you know?
you got something. Honestly, it
I know,
may not seem
yeah.
like a lot. Sometimes, I don't know. I mean, I would love this. This whole setup, man.
So what do you think of the setup?
I'm seriously envious
Nice.
of everything.
Well, dude, you're coming on the show.
Even if you
multiple
just
times.
like had a phone in front of us and we were doing it, I'd be
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
But I think it's always important to just have something, and that's something I'm not practicing what I preach necessarily and doing something every day. I had quite a few setbacks I won't get into, but over
Everything
the
all
past
good?
6 months, yeah, I mean, the sun's shining
Nice.
for the first time in a long time. So I'm starting to reorganize and get my shit together, so to speak, and
Yeah.
things are looking up.
Yeah.
So for a while, it was hard to concentrate on much else, and so I was okay with maybe not getting up every morning and go get them attitude.
Were you kind of like depressed a little bit?
Yeah, I was depressed. I was sick. I was
Dude, you know what you need to do?
everything under the sun.
I don't like. I can't answer. Like, I can't
Yeah.
fix your problems, but like, you need to take this stuff called 5-HTP.
I know, yeah,
And-
5-HTP.
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
Okay. Are you on it?
I think my sleep aid melatonin has 5-HTP in it.
Okay. Because, dude, man, I like when I take that stuff, it like balances that mood right out. Not that I'm.
I have a infograph I'm going to send you, and it's hard science maybe works and pseudoscience, and it has
on
like,
the 5-HTP.
it has 5-HTP, it has melatonin, it has like all the
Right.
it has
Yeah.
probiotic, it has all the health fads, all the supplements and all that, and where they stand on, and it calculates how many scientific studies
Yeah.
have come out and how many of them are conclusive that yes, they work, maybe they work, no, they don't work. And it's very simple and easy and just clear cut. You don't have to sift through too much stuff, but 5-HTP was in the maybe zone. So I'm trying to stay from maybe and up.
Yeah.
Anything
So you
under
think what
the-
I'm maybe? You know what? If it's a placebo, I'm
And here's the
I'm
thing.
rolling with it, baby.
That's what I was going to say. Is like
I'm gonna keep going.
on the same time, placebos, hell, do it, man.
Yeah.
Placebos are the best medicine.
They
If
are.
they work.
Fuck
If
yeah.
they're working for you, man, don't stop.
Oh,
Don't do
dude.
it.
Yeah,
Don't stop.
I definitely feel very energetic all day.
Yeah.
Also, too, man, like diets.
Oh,
I mean, we
huge.
know about that, but like, I
Imperative.
actually started not eating carbs
Yeah.
till like 7 or 8. I'll
Keto?
have like, no, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. So what I do is like, I have fats.
Mhm.
So I'll have like
Keto-
peanut butter and
kind of
coconut
keto
oil,
diet.
and I'll have like nuts in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have like eggs, and I'll keep that diet there. And then the PM though, I'm just fucking like,
I do the opposite, where
Let's
I have
go.
heavier carbs and whatnot in the mornings, and then as I progress towards the night,
don't you want to pass out though?
you know what? I think because I'm working out most every day and I'm pushing pretty hard, I think I'm burning a lot of the carbs out. I wouldn't mind switching it up though, because I'm always trying.
Dude,
I'm
yeah.
trying to play with it. I don't buy into the keto diet necessarily. The keto
Yeah.
diet is like pretty much no carbs and high in fats and kind of exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I don't think I know people that do the keto for like 4 or 5 days and just like
well, because what you do is you do it for 4 or 5 days and then you get something like the keto. It's called the
ketosis.
No, you get the keto drowsiness or something. Keto flu. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
so, like, I think day 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know exactly what it is, but you start feeling flu symptoms and you just feel groggy and sleepy and all that because you're depriving yourself of carbs all of a sudden. And then once you get over that, that's apparently when you're in like full ketosis mode, and then you can go on it. Science-wise, there's not too much good on the side of ketogenic diets. However, I have been playing with lower carbs or isolating my carbs to certain meals.
Okay.
And so that's why I've been playing around with more morning heavy carbohydrates, because you wake up in the morning and your metabolism spikes. So that was kind of my thing, like heavy protein, heavy carbs in the morning.
Right.
And then as I progress throughout the day, get some fruits, get another bit of protein before I work out. Out after that, protein, veggies.
Huge thing too, man, is like people's diets are just different suited for the body. And like I always didn't believe that. I was like, nah, it's bullshit. But if you think about it, then why are people allergic to peanut butter?
I'm not a certified dietitian, but I've given diet plans before, and I've always strayed away. And same thing with like workout plans and everything. I've always strayed away from people that would always say something like, this is it. If they gave, this is the only thing you can do. Or no, hell no. Everyone's diets are different. Everyone's genetic makeup is completely different. And so if someone's trying to sell you a one-size-fits-all, no, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Variety, sure, but some people are more adept to high-fatty diets. Like think of the Inuits and Nunavut and all that. Ancestrally, they grew up with high-fat diets like blubber, whale blubber, walrus, all that. And so they were much better capable of metabolizing fats, right?
Yeah.
So they're like a vegetable. What's that?
Right.
They had like no vegetables, yet it works for them genetically over the years. They're able to digest that kind of stuff. That's a more extreme version of the diet of the thing. But I think the Mediterranean diet is good for a majority of people because they live in that kind of temperate zone.
Right. It's all where you live.
They're
too,
ancestrally, right? they were, they had a variety of fish and nuts and berries and fruits. I don't know.
These chairs aren't comfy, are they?
Not that bad. I like stools. I'm a fan of stools.
Are you?
Yeah.
Helps with the posture?
Yeah. I always try to sit up and playing guitar on a stool.
Right. I need to get like a better, I don't know, what do you suggest that I do? It's hot in here,
fan,
eh?
Yeah,
the thing is the fan picks up on the mic.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it gets hot in here.
I'm hot. I burn hot. I sleep with ice packs every night. I have one over here, one over here.
Really?
Under my
so
armpits.
you're just naturally a sweaty dude?
Man, I burn.
I get cold often for sure, but I do. I need to get a fan in here. I need to like. What do you think of this desk? You think this is nice?
It's good. Good setup. Yeah. Like the only thing I don't know. Like I see a lot of podcasts. This is a pretty good setup.
Yeah.
It's intimate, right?
Yeah,
You want it like somewhat intimate.
This is what I wanted,
comfort
right?
And all
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe have the desk like. So it's more like an interview. I don't know.
I don't know.
Spitballing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
fuck that. Maybe I don't know anything I'm talking about. Maybe you should just
I definitely
delete this entire podcast.
I definitely want to get some posters up here.
Yeah. Like a kitten hanging out.
A kitten hanging down.
there.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one.
Dude, I can't wait to see your. I mean, I don't know who your girlfriend is personally.
Yeah.
But
She is funny.
Is she a funny person?
She already has 3 bits written up, and she's trying to figure out which. I know which one she's going to pick. I think.
Yeah,
but
she's a comedian.
She just like she'll call me randomly and be like, "Oh my god, I just wrote another one already. What? It's been like 5 minutes," and she'll just go home and just scribble something down and. She comes up with quite a bit. She uses Snapchat filters and always comes up with weird voices. And
oh, crazy!
She does voice acting, right? So
good for her. Is she successful in the voice acting?
She's pretty good. She's just starting, but she is the most talented. I know I'm biased. I don't care. She is the most talented person naturally that I have heard with voice acting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy sometimes waking up to a different person every morning, right? Someday it's like Vladimir, some old Russian guy. It's like an angry New York cab driver. Sometimes it's, you never know.
Are you ever like, Do you ever like? Are you ever like, honey, that one's not good?
No, because she'll just keep going, and then finally it's like, okay, fine, it's good.
All right, it's good.
Yeah.
You force me to like it.
There's no. It's like a hurricane. You just ride it out, man. You just. Oh yeah. Yeah. You never know. It's just gonna come and go, and there's just no rhyme or reason to it.
That's what's like really interesting about dating like an actress or someone that's like, you know, creative or artsy or something. I don't think I could do it, man, because like I'd be like so.
Don't do it.
I'd just be very like.
Sorry to all the actresses,
babe.
or
That's
actors out there.
not good.
You're not dateable. Run for the hills.
Run for the hills.
I'm biting my tongue a bit.
Because you know she's gonna listen to this.
No,
like,
not about her.
Do you not like my Vladimir impression?
I don't want to bad talk every single actor. There's like maybe 10% of actors that I actually don't mind talking to. All the other 90 don't like you. I don't like you.
Am I in that 10%?
No, you're definitely you're relatable. You come back down to earth, but I'm talking about like the thespians.
Right.
The thespians.
You know, I just looked that word up today.
Yeah.
That's my first time.
It's very indicative of what I'm saying. There's actors and then there's thespians. And I'm not saying one is a better actor. That has nothing to do with your profession. I'm talking about when you come off the stage, you come off set. Can I talk to you without you being a thespian?
So you don't like Jim Carrey is what you're saying?
I think he has I don't know the guy personally.
No, but
from what I've heard,
Andy
he has a whole bag of other issues. So he's an outlier. But I'm talking about like just your run-of-the-mill thespian that can't talk to you without it being dramatic or about them or emotional.
Right.
And I'm not talking about emotional people. I'm talking about like they're so trained, and it's usually like a trained theater actor that's been doing it for 20 years, and I get it. It like works your way into your soul, your being, your everything. But you need to be able to come down and every once in a while just talk to me like a human.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, did you farm I don't know.
Yeah. I think for me, man, like I'm just picturing myself like what I've done a few times. Yeah. And I think it is easier just to stay in character throughout set.
I'm not talking about that, man. I'm talking about
but I mean, when I say stay in character, I mean like maybe talk like the person.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no need to be like rude.
Look, I get it. Some of the best performances ever have been through really intense character work. Mm-hmm. Joker or Daniel Day-Lewis, they stay in character. And look, if that's what it takes to get greatness, great. After you're done with that character, after you're done and a year's passed or whatever, or you're out at a dinner and you're not working on anything, you've taken the year off, you're on vacation, whatever, and I'm talking to you just as a friend or as a person that you met, just having a conversation back and forth, if you can't just talk to me like a normal human, and some people get what I mean, just talk to me, man. Just like, it doesn't have to be about anything in particular. It can even be about acting, but it's not like the only, there's like one actor that I looked up to quite a bit, Grant. Grant Vlahovic.
Is he? He's a local?
Yeah, he's. I think he's like 60 years old, but he's been doing this for a long time. He's been theater acting. He's an actor. Like, God, he's an actor, man. He's great. He is. He's mentored me with acting. We've done so many scenes together. Love the guy, right?
Right.
But when him and I just talk, shoot the shit, we can just talk, man. We like the guy fixes motorcycles. He's a normal guy. He's well-rounded. He can talk about other things other than, I don't know. God, am I making any sense? I think man. Just like there's a lot of actors out there that give actors bad stereotypes.
I get it, dude. I get what you're saying.
Insecurities and all that start playing roles in it and all that, but it builds and it builds and it builds until you're just like, I can talk to you for 5 minutes, but
well, I think secretly what that's doing is it's like, you're kind of like, do I even want to be an actor because of this guy? Like, is this really what I'm going to be going again? Like down?
It makes me mad because because there's so many of them that do it wrong. Not acting, but the acting gig, like the acting career. They do the acting career very, very wrong. Right. In so many different ways, and there's so many of them that want to do it that like casting directors and people, industry professionals roll their eyes when it's like, oh God, another actor. And it's like they're giving us a bad name. And I mean us as in people that are career actors that are doing it seriously, that want to do it, that want to make it their living. but aren't. I don't know, God.
I get what you're saying, dude. Just don't be Jim Carrey, Andy in the
Stop
Moon.
giving us a bad name, man, because it's hard enough going into an audition, right?
Yeah, I think
those are hard enough.
I think I just want to stick up for them just a slight. Yeah. I think that like until me and you have maybe like played that serious role where we're like, well, actually, this is I don't know. I'm just speaking out of my ass.
I'm talking about like. You go down
Dude, I get what you're saying.
There's
everyone knows what you're talking about.
20,000 of them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Everyone knows what you mean about those like people that are just very like for example, like they'll be like, "Would you like some coconut water?"
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh my God. Yeah.
And they're like,
so
and it's
great.
like, whoa, dude, what the fuck was that?
I'm not saying like you even have to talk different or anything. It's just
They usually do though.
And I know every industry has it where like there's a lot of people that give car salesmen bad names. No, all car salesmen are the worst people. I was a car salesman once. Don't ever do it. If you ever talk to a car salesman,
did you slick your hair?
They have no soul.
Did you slick your hair?
I probably did. In my mind, it was like just the worst.
Oh.
Just don't ever do it. They're all horrible people.
Steve, the car salesman.
But actors, man, I find like all young people want to be actors, and they flood to the gates without doing proper work on themselves, on the craft, or
we talked about this before too, and it's more so. I mean, what it is, dude, is fame, right? When you're young, you're like, oh, I want to be famous. I can sing, or I can act. But if you're not going to work for it. Oh well, man.
If you think that it's just gonna you're just gonna walk on set and everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, you're great.
Right.
What's your name? Sign here.
Right. I think you do have to really. You will cross this path now where it's like, do I really want to do this? I mean, because you might be here till like you're 40 years old, right? Yeah. I mean, if you really want to do this, it'll come out, right? Yeah. And that's like everything. Yeah. And I think
until I figure it out, I'm going to try hard at it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want to be an actor in 5 years, but in those 5 years, I'm going to try real hard at it.
Right. But I think, man, that you should know. Like if you've been at this for a few years,
life throws you kinks, man. Life throws you some kinks, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, a Brazilian supermodel shows up with her yacht and is like, "Marry me, let's never work again." And you're like, do I want to act?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, you never know. Mm-hmm. Maybe your dream job. Oh, hell no, that's not even a good idea. But like, always being open, I think, is very important. But if you just work hard no matter what, but be open at the same time to possibilities. You never know. You just never know.
It's true, man. Yeah.
I want to be an actor. Hell yeah, I want to be an actor. Do I maybe want to direct someday? I don't know. I'm open to the possibility. Do I want to write someday? I don't know. I've tried writing. It's hard. I liked it. Do I want to maybe never act? I don't really see that as a possibility at the moment, but in 5 years can do a lot, man. 2 years can do a lot. 1 year can do a lot.
1 year, you do fucking
shitload. Knock on wood, man. You can get in a car crash. There's so many variables life's going to throw at you that I hate ever saying anything for certain, right? Yes, I'm going to be an actor in 10 years. It's easy for me to say that now, but hell, I don't know. Maybe a zombie apocalypse comes and there goes acting.
Right.
I'm okay with that
zombie
too.
Apocalypse.
I'm all right with zombies.
Yeah, man. It's a weird world, dude.
It's an odd world.
It's a weird world. I mean, look, if I blow up, I'll take you with me, vice versa. All right?
Done.
Let's lock that in.
Done.
I'm going to hop off here, dude. It's getting hot. How you feeling right now? Like, I see some sweat coming through your shirt a little bit.
I got some sweat, man. I got some pit stains. I'm going to go...
What's your plan for today?
Act. Duh.
I'm going to go act. I'm going to go busk.
I got to go clean, to be honest. My apartment's a bit of a mess. I'm going to go clean. I'm
you
going to work
yourself?
out. Yeah.
Nice.
We just had this talk, Zach.
Oh, yeah,
Stay
right. Sorry.
It's okay. Long day, man. It's hot. Yeah. You woke up at 6. That's aggressive.
Yeah. I woke up today at 6:30.
I didn't know that time existed.
Yeah.
So, good on you. No,
yeah.
You're hours ahead of me now.
Yeah. It's nice though, man. The sun's like coming up and like you're just like, yes.
Do you like going a lot of like walks, hikes?
As of lately, I've been walking around, and I just got like a compass card, so I'm able to like take the bus if I'm like too lazy to walk back home, and it's kind of nice. I like it.
Dude, the St. Mark's Summit, man. It's one of the best hikes.
Is it like a hike?
Yeah, you go up to Cypress, you park.
Dude, you know what? As much as I love exercise, hiking is just not something that I really thrive off of.
You need to try it, man. You need to try it once. I'm not the biggest hiker.
I've done the gross grind.
I get people usually have to force me, and then when I do it, I'm really happy I did it, right? But I'm not really one of those that proactively will go out and be like, I'm doing this today. I don't care who comes, but I'm doing it. Sometimes, if I get the urge, I'll do it. But if you ever do get a chance and someone's like, Zach, you're coming with us today,
for sure.
do the St. Mark's Summit.
Yeah.
It's pretty rewarding. It's pretty tough.
Yeah. Can you bring your dog?
Probably not. There's a lot of
What?
bears. There's
Oh shit.
pretty steep some points. How big's your dog? Do
He's
you
a
have a dog?
Yeah, he's a big dog,
Why
dude.
haven't I seen a dog? Where's your dog?
He's at my girlfriend's right now.
Okay.
Yeah. He's I mean,
I would say if it was a small dog, you could put it in a backpack and carry it, because like there's some pretty steep mud bank slide thingies. And
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, you lost me at bear. I'm scared of bears, dude.
Love bears.
I can't do it. I hear too many stories about bears, and I want to
Only if you're German, man. They for some reason.
I'm German,
German
dude.
Tourists.
German.
Damn, you're
Klassen's my last name. German as fuck.
Do not go hiking, man. It's always the German tourists. I don't know if they just smell like bratwurst or whatever it is. It's always in the news. It's like German family just gets mauled by grizzly bear. Sorry to all the Germans out there.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it,
man.
Steve. And let's definitely get you back on.
Cool.
Because I think you're an interesting motherfucker. And hopefully next time I talk to you, you're getting some work going.
For sure. No, there will be, whether I find it or not. I'll make it happen.
All right. Thanks,
Right,
Steve.
man.
Bam. We did it, guys. We got through another episode. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it if you guys listen to the entire thing. You guys are awesome. As of lately, guys, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm getting this comedy kind of vibe, this comedy kind of tingle. I don't know what it is. I'm going to go check out a comedy show tonight, and I'm going to go check it out in terms of seeing what it's like to actually get up there. I'm not saying I'd ever be a stand-up. I don't think that I'd ever be a good stand-up. I don't know if that's because I'm setting the bar really low for myself, but I think stand-up comedians it's a different kind of comedy that I think that I'm into. I think I want to be a comedic actor. I think that's something that I would really thrive off of. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. You're always discovering different things about yourself, and you never stop learning. I think you're always discovering different things. I mean, we're all wired differently, regardless of what people say to us. How would they know? They're not wired like us, Yeah, guys, if you guys are interested in receiving a shout out on the podcast, I mean, all you gotta do is take a photo, put it up on your Instagram story, tag at Zach Klassen, so tag me, and I will give you a shout out on my Instagram account. I'll even mention you at the beginning of the next podcast. How's that? All right, how's that? And what else? I should probably write down notes here, guys. Did you guys know Mark Wahlberg's coming out with a new movie? What's it called again? It's like Mile 22. It looks fantastic. I'm a huge Mark Wahlberg fan. Huge. If you guys haven't seen Boogie Nights, you guys should go check that out. It's a fantastic film. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening. I will see you guys next time.